Okay, sorry about that. Come on, just cooperate, would ya? Okay, sorry, just dealing with technical issues here. But we're just about ready to get a tripod and head upstairs. I think I'm going to go with the light duty tripod just because, for various reasons. Hopefully you're with me. I'll check in a moment. Okay. All right, let me just double check on you. Okay, please, just, okay, we're live. I know it's lovely gray, but I'm just looking, right now I've got the camera pointed in the car, so nothing to see. Sorry about that. Please have some patience. I'll be with you in a moment. I don't mean to snap, I just, always have a lot of things going on when we're trying to do this. It's bad enough when everything is working as it should, and right now, because of the setup I'm forced to use with this camera, things are not working as it should, or as they should, I should say. So it's just aggravating. Just aggravating. Hearing a robin. At least I believe so. Okay, let's see if we can climb the tower. I may have just heard... Yes. Just heard and saw a black tern. In terms of dealing with equipment and everything, I much prefer the way we've been doing it lately at Sapsucker and on the campus, No switching of setups, just starting up and staying with one setup. Just heard a common gallon oil. No getting in and out of the car, you know, that sort of thing. It's breezy up here, feels good, I have to say, but it's going to make for some noise, I'm sure, for you. I am hearing a robin. Just check on things. I believe I just heard a common yellowthroat. I think my tripod's up. It's a little higher than I should have it. Who's that? Is that a mallard? I don't know. Looks like a mallard. And I'm hearing a gallinule. And there is a gallinule, but oh, wait a minute. That looks like a young gallinule, not full adult by any means, but certainly larger. If that is one of the ones we saw last week, that's surprisingly surprising it grew that quickly. But, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know. Hearing marsh wrens, gray blue heron in flight as we're watching right now. I don't like the way my tripod is. I need to adjust it just a little. It's not just a matter, for me, it's not just a matter of adjusting the tripod for my height. Sometimes, you know, I just, depending on where I am and what I intend to be focused on, I may need the tripod lower or higher. It depends on what I'm planning on looking at and the direction I'm looking at. When I'm at home, I have the tripod set a certain way. You know, on the campus, maybe a little bit different, depending on what I expect. That, I believe, looks like a mallard in flight. Who is that out there? Are those black terns? I'm not sure. They're quite a ways away. I believe they are. Good to see them. As I've told you before, their numbers are dwindling. And, I'm hearing one or more now. Not close, but where is it? Where'd it go? My screen is still dimmer than I like it to be. I can't see it now. This time of year, many have eclipse plumage. You know, so they don't look like, they may not look like what you expect them to look like. You see a male mallard, for instance, you expect a green, you know, a bright green, shiny green head, and okay, that's fine. But this time of year, you're not likely to see too many mallards that look like that. Not too many males. From a distance, especially, they look more like the females, more drab and brown. See that with wood ducks also. The males don't look like they're, you know, very bright, colorful selves. It's because they're in their non-breeding plumage. Okay, so we have, you can see there are two young gallinals there, and then I just saw a third one over here somewhere there. Oh, and more. And oh, okay, here we go. So we have an adult here. Sorry about the wind noise. I'm sure there is some. I hear it a little bit in my own ears, but I'm sure you're hearing it even worse than I am. And then a couple of young. See, I thought that the young we were seeing already were a little too large. I'm sure they grew in a week, but it just seemed like it would have been phenomenal. We've seen you know, chicks grow quickly before, so that wouldn't have been completely unheard of. This wind is really bothering you, let me know. I mean, send me a text or something, and I'll you know, we'll close up here. But I'm hearing a catbird, by the way. I've been hearing it, I just didn't quite pay attention to it. So that's a common gallinal, if you didn't know, if you happen to be just tuning in. And I'll say it again, the term common is not a reference to how many you'll see out there in the wild. It's a reference to how many continents. Oh, the gallinals are going after that mallard. I should record this. Wait, what kind of... That's a wood duck there. What, two too small to be a mallard. You can see the white around the eye. It's a female wood duck. Beautiful bird. So, anyway, the word common, and I know I've gone over this before, but some people maybe know, or may have forgotten or missed it, has to do with how many continents they appear they're native to. You know, if you're talking about a common gallinule, that means it's native to 2 continents or more. So common grackle, common gallinule, common loon, common yellowthroat. Common nighthawk. Osprey we're looking at right now. Yes. Right. Oh, I lost it somehow. You know, lighting is everything. I'm not showing, well, hold on one second here. You know, looking here in these trees, and we've looked in these trees before, today for, you know, between the leaves that are in the trees and just the light coming not directly behind the trees, but like, you know, it makes it more difficult to look in those trees for birds, and maybe there are warblers there, maybe not this time of year, but you know, it's one reason why I'm not looking there now. Again, it's all a matter of lighting sometimes. We're looking at a red-winged blackbird, obviously. Now, I say that obviously, but maybe some people don't know that bird, so. know, there's always a chance, for instance, that maybe, for instance, someone has become interested because of the hawks on the campus, and they've maybe tuned into this stream, and they may be seeing birds they've never seen before. Very possible. Maybe they're from another part of the country, or never watched birds before. You know, any number of reasons, really. For me, you know, over the years, I've come to learn various birds, but I certainly don't know all the birds in the world. I don't know all the birds in my own, you know, my own region. These are black terns. Not very, very close, but we're trying to get a look at them. They're amazing flyers. So many, well, many birds are amazing flyers, really. That is a female red-winged blackbird. Doesn't look like them, but obviously, you know, quite a few differences between this one and a male. Which looks like, where is it? Looks like this. So that's a male, and the female, again, is right over here. Sometimes, and you know, you see a bird like this, and you might see a little hint of the red striping, so you know it's an immature male. But I don't see any of that red stripe there, at least not in this light. Purple heron out there. This year and last year, you know, I've shown you already. Well, let me just show you, just to remind you. Okay, a lot of grass from the looks of things here. Okay, and I mean, we've had years where there's been a lot less grass, and you know, they drained this pool a couple of years ago, and since then it's really been quite choked with grass. Now, maybe that's more healthy, you know, for the overall ecosystem. I'm not saying whether it is or isn't, but in terms of us seeing birds, it's not as good. And, but I mean, it was nice, for instance, when there was more open water close by, and we saw, you may recall, if you've been on the tour, a few years ago, we saw that family of swans. There is a great egret in the air, I believe. Now, you know, for all I know, for all I know, this grass is perfect for the black terns, and I don't know if it is or not. I have a feeling they nest in there somewhere, just by what we've seen, for instance, at Mays Point earlier this year. So maybe this is perfect habitat for them. And if that's the case, if I can't see birds, but it's good for them, look, I'll take it. The black terns need the help. As I said, their numbers are dwindling, so it's not about me or about us, it's about the birds. And I'm all for things that actually help. I may not be happy that it makes for bad viewing for our purposes, but that's life. Hearing the song sparrow. Now everybody stay there so we can look at you. So these are gallinules again, common gallinules, and we see an adult and several chicks. Sorry about the shakiness. That's between the platform and the wind. And I have to say that wind feels good. Someone just made noise in the trees near me. I don't know who. Aren't they cute? Try to So a whole lot of preening going on. Now, so far, I have not, and maybe I'm not always looking in the right spot, but I haven't seen any activity in terms of least bitterns jumping up and flying or anything like that. I have, nothing like that at all. But just checking up on the chat room, I say Shocky Pool. I don't know if I've heard some people pronounce it a little bit differently. I don't remember exactly how they pronounce it. So, I don't know. But that's where we are. And I hate spelling it. But I see it was written correctly. T-S-C-H-E. Wait. No, I don't know. T-S-C-H-A-C-H-E. That's right. Okay, if I remember right. Again, we're hearing marsh wrens. Haven't seen one, but we're hearing them. Hey, where are you going? Maybe they're all going. We've actually seen, on I believe only 2 occasions, we've seen least bitterns on the tour. Small bird, and it was 1 week we had a look at 1 or 2 that flew over Wildlife Drive, and I believe it was the following week where we actually had a good long look at one. That was years ago. These are common gallinules if you're just joining in. And the hope is that, maybe we'll see if they're even around, as that gentleman had said. I'm hoping to maybe spot a least bittern in this area that's near open water and it has the reeds and everything, so it might be a good spot to see a least bittern if they're around, but no guarantee, of course. There's not much open water within view. This will, unless someone comes along and says something of some other place, this will be our last stop up here at Montezuma today. And we're probably going to close up here pretty soon. To give me some time to drive back to Ithaca. With least bitterns, they're so small and they blend in pretty well. Even if one is there, and that's a big if, even if one is there, there's no guarantee I'll see it. And you see where I'm looking at the far end, the far side of the open water area. The near side I can't see. Not the edge. You can see what I mean? I can see the tops of the reeds, but I can't see near the bottoms. We were lucky to see the American bittern earlier today. It just happened to be out in the view. So we have a wood duck again, and it looks like it's one wood duck and one, well, they're both wood ducks, but one adult and one duckling. I hadn't seen the duckling earlier. So that's a female on the right, and I don't know who is, it's a duckling on the left, I don't know male or female, but just saw a tree swallow. Love wood ducks. It's a black tern. Where'd he go? I was glad I did that. I wish we were closer, but where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And we've seen black terns before, but it's nice if they can, if they happen to hover in one spot. I'd love to get a good close-up and a good look, if possible. So that's why I just did what I did. This is the great blue heron. I don't know if the rookery still has chicks in it or not. The rookery is over beyond view because of these trees, so can't look at it any longer, not from here. Actually, it looks like there are 2 ducklings. So that's good. I think we're going to pack up pretty soon. I'm still glad that we came here, even though we didn't see a least bidder. Again. I've kind of shortchanged Shockey Pool a bit in, actually all spring, and it's because of, the conditions here and the distances involved. And I saw something, with all these grasses, grass is extending so far, it's a matter of, okay, are you going to see anything here? But like I said at Van Dyne Spoor, it's not that there's nothing to be seen, and sometimes it just takes more time than maybe I'm willing to spend. So we see something. You didn't know, is that here in this thing where they have a map and information, this little information stand, you look right there. See that knot in the wood? See that knot? It's not really a knot. It's a camera. And that camera is on the lookout just for my car, and when my car triggers it, somebody next to the monitor pushes the wind button, and we get wind whenever we're here. It could be the calmest day, but when we come here, it gets windy. So that must be, I believe that's a hidden camera. Every time we come up here, all of a sudden the wind kicks up. Even if it's not really bad, it's just a constant breeze. I think I'm hearing American goldfinches. The goldfinches, they sound like they're in the trees here. I'm not sure I see any of them. I know I don't see any of them. We should wrap up here, and I'll have to pack it before I go. I was hoping to see more, but well, I was hoping to see more, not necessarily expecting to see more. So I think I'll try to pack up quickly, but I have a feeling it'll be about 5:45 by the time I'm about to Cedar waxwings, 4 of them. Just flew by and around the corner. Okay, so I can't see them now. Anyway, so about 5:45 or so, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later in Ithaca. Again, again, I've got some packing up to do here, and I'll make my way to Ithaca as quickly as I can. Let's see if you received the message. Okay, you have the message? Okay, everybody, I will see you all as soon as I can get there. Bye-bye.